Good morning, friends. Happy Monday. We are making it. We're showing up. We're taking names. I was going to do the chat outside this morning from the deck, but the breeze is just chilled enough. And there's like so much, I don't know if it's construction noise or something that's happening like right outside, I feel. And it was so loud. So we had to move back inside. Grab your coffee and your tea, whatever you're having. We are going to get started in about a minute. So please say good morning in the comments as you join our club this morning. Cheryl, good morning. Kathy, thanks. Yeah. Every once in a while, the curls really cooperate. I'm hoping, Kathy, that they cooperate on Sunday and that I haven't ruined my best hair day of the week today, since we have that photo shoot. It's gonna be fun. I don't know. As we're waiting for people to join us, how was your weekend? What did you do? Anything exciting or fun? We had oh my gosh, did we have crazy weather in southern Alberta? I have yet to go out and see what the damage looks like on my deck. However, my neighbor Kelly, I texted her because I was out of town and I heard the weather had really shifted in High River. And I was thinking, I moved all my plants, who are right now my joy babies, and everything to the furthest outside portion of my deck when I left, because I was like, well, it's going to rain over the weekend. They'll get some water. Everything is going to be fantastic. And then I saw people posting on Facebook how this weather had switched, and I thought my joy babies were going to die. So she came over to rescue them for me. She's an excellent neighbor. Cheryl, you became a great aunt this weekend. That's exciting. So exciting. Say hi in the comments as you join us this morning. Hi, Angie. Welcome to Virtual Coffee Club, our place of connection and community. Welcome to anybody who is brand new to checking us out. We're getting new friends each and every week, which is so exciting. So thank you for being here. We do this Monday to Saturday from 9 a.m. Not from 9 a.m. Monday to Saturday at 9 a.m. 20 minutes, coffee, yada, yada. You know what I'm saying. All right. So yeah, we had a tornado in southern Alberta on the weekend. I don't know. I snagged a picture from somebody else's Twitter, so I don't have a photo credit to give you when I show you this morning, but it was east of town. This is what it looks like for those of you who haven't seen some pictures. And yeah, I believe it actually touched the ground near Blackie, outside of High River, on Saturday afternoon. It was kind of wild. So I was out of town, as you know. If you joined us on Saturday morning for Coffee Club, we were live from the Strathmore Ag Grounds for an FCA AHS approved rodeo. And so in the middle of the afternoon, all of a sudden alarms start going off on people's phones, and we get the tornado warning. And then everybody's like, oh, it's okay. We're going to be all right. It's just High River. Don't worry about it. Everybody, like, let's just keep going. And I'm like, wait now? It's where? And I think my offspring is home. My plants, I don't know why I thought so much about my plants, but you guys, I'm in love with my plants. And so, yeah, I was a little concerned there for a bit. And thankfully, from what I know, there was no major issues with that weather event on the weekend, but kind of crazy. So we ended up having a rain delay at the rodeo because the weather got there was so much, I guess, rain/lightning that was happening. They had to pause the rodeo during that time frame because it's not safe to do so in the lightning period. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? So this is what it looked like after that. I don't know if you can see that, but we had a beautiful double rainbow behind us on Saturday night, made for world's longest rodeo, though, I'm not going to lie. We were like 12 hours in. But we got to do it and we survived. So that was like the majority of the weekend for me was that. What did you do? What did you get up to for your weekend? Post it in the comments and let me know. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Kim. So glad you're both with us. Pam's here. Good to see you. So today, outside of also being a Motivation Monday, I've noticed online that today is dedicated as National Cancer Survivors Day. Now that might feel a little bit, at first I thought, really, okay, that's interesting. How does that feel for people who have lost people to cancer? And what does that look like? And I thought, you know what? It becomes part of what we were talking about with comedian Lisa Baker a few weeks ago on WTF Wednesday, that we stopped celebrating certain things, or people were hushing celebrations of things because they didn't want to offend somebody who was struggling and or had a bad something. So example I will give is Lisa was talking about a friend who was really excited she was pregnant and expecting, but didn't want to post anything about it and didn't want to talk about it because she was so afraid that it would offend or hurt the people who either recently lost a baby or been having struggles to conceive and all that kind of. So she didn't want to celebrate her own thing in fear of offending somebody's other thing. And I get where that comes from. Are you with me on this? But I disagree with that philosophy, in that even if you're struggling with something, it feels so joyful and it's so beneficial to us to celebrate somebody else's something. So when I first saw National Cancer Survivors Day, for a moment, I thought about all of those who I've lost in my life from that. But then what's really cool about it is I have a great group of people who are survivors of cancer. And I'm so freaking grateful they're still here. And so I thought, you know what? We should be celebrating National Cancer Survivors Day, because we should be celebrating those who have been able to keep going after their fight. And yes, we miss the ones who didn't. And it's unfortunate that there are people who are in the midst of that battle as we speak. But we can still celebrate those who have survived it and still have space and capacity to help those along the rest of the journey. Does that make sense? Do you agree with that philosophy? And so if you do, I would love you to give a shout out, and you can just use initials if you don't want to use a whole name, or put their name in the comments, or tag them if you want in this also. Is I want you to celebrate with me today, because I think there's nothing more motivating than somebody who has kicked cancer's ass and is continuing to, take names in this world. So put their name in the comment. Who would you love to recognize and shout out today on National Cancer Survivors Day? I had three that popped into my mind immediately this morning. And I know that there is more in my world, and there's probably more. There could be many of you who are in this coffee club with us who are a survivor or fighting that fight. And so I want you to post and tell me that too in the comments, or send me a note privately so that I can hold you in my heart. But I shout out my friend Fauna today, who's an incredible cancer survivor. I shout out my friend Sandra today, who's an exceptional cancer survivor. And I shout out my friend Joni today, who is celebrating 10 years as a cancer survivor today. And those three beauties popped into my head immediately. And I know if I took more time to think, there's more that I would shout out myself. And so as I think of them today, as they come into my brain, I will post them into the comments. But if you would like to shout out somebody today, let's send them those incredible, beautiful, healthy vibes and positive thoughts. I mean, there's science behind the power of, you hear about it all the time, power of positivity, but there's science behind the power of a positive thought. And so not always do we get the opportunity to, I don't know, maybe be in somebody's presence or be near them or to encourage them in different ways, or maybe we are unable to, I don't know, I guess just really be in a moment with somebody, but we can send them a positive thought. And friends, it matters. If you're thinking negative things all the time about people and other, it's not only going to affect you, you're sending it to them. Okay. So the power of positive thoughts is real. So let's share those. Let's use that in our Motivation Monday today. And so throw in the comments, who is a cancer survivor you shout out today? And no, again, like I said before, we still have capacity to hold those who didn't in our hearts and in our prayers and everything. But you know what? It's a big deal to beat that. It's a big deal to keep going. And it's a big deal that we have these incredible people who are still being difference makers in our world, and we got to hold them up. So throw them in the comments. Good morning, Shannon. I'm just going to go back a sec. Good morning, Shannon. Welcome. Glad you made it with us this morning. Okay, we're shouting out Kendra, Bill Sr., Fauna, Debbie, and thankfully so many more. Angie shares that her sister kicked cancer's butt, and so her sister is a survivor. Cheryl says, my mom is a 23-year survivor. I love it. Keith, my wife, Brandy. Yeah, Brandy. Yeah, you did, girl. Kicked cancer's ass in 1999. So she is like kicking ass and taking names still and putting up with Keith. Like, this woman is amazing. Who else? Who else comes to mind for you as we celebrate that? And Pam shares that she's lost many. And yeah, like I said, we've all lost many to this horrific disease, but we can still hold capacity. But I 100% fully believe we still have to celebrate the celebrations. And Keith, bless her heart. I know some people are put on this world, Keith, to do incredible charity work. As your wife, she takes the cake. Just kidding. You know I love you. But yeah, I think it becomes that process like we talked about before, where we can't not celebrate certain things because we're so afraid of hurting other people who are having those struggles. And I mean, everybody's going to respond to that differently. There's people who those celebrations will hurt them. Okay, that's their reaction to that, not yours. There are people who, when you share your victories, your wins, your fuck yeah moments, that also need to see that people are making it. Because I don't know about you, when I have a day when I am not feeling like I'm killing it, I love seeing other people who are killing it. Because then it reminds me, I'm just having a down day and I'm going to kill it tomorrow, or I'm going to kill it later this afternoon, or I am going to whatever, because other people are too. If I opened and it was just like everybody was having a shit day and everybody wasn't winning, is that motivating? No. You'd be like, oh my God, the world has gone to hell in a handbasket and there's no hope for any of us. Just done. So friends, we need to celebrate the wins. We need to celebrate the victories. We need to get excited about the little things. Yeah. The little, like, why not? Why not? The smiles, the positivity, the joy, the things that you feel radiate from yourself because of something awesome. You guys, don't keep that to yourself. Don't ever keep that to yourself, because somebody else out there needs to celebrate a win with you. And then when it's their turn, we're going to celebrate the win with them. We got to keep remembering to do that. That's why we have anniversaries or birthdays or celebrations. Or Shannon, bless your heart, baby girl. Let's celebrate Shannon. I knew there would be survivors in our club. So Shannon herself is one that we will shout out and celebrate today. Also Shannon's aunt. Okay. We got to do this. National Cancer Survivors Day. If you're just tuning in to join us or you're catching this video later, feel free to put in #replay and shout out in the comments who are those survivors, those warriors, those people who have paved the way in hope and joy to keep us going. Let's celebrate them. Auntie Gail's here. Friends, this is my auntie. She is beautiful. And I love her dearly. I love her dearly. What else? What else are you feeling? Do you have something else you're feeling motivated about today? Something else you're excited for? I feel like when the weather starts to get better, we're starting to actually feel like maybe we could get excited about summer. Maybe there's really great things on the horizon. Guys, there is. There is. And I can't wait. Yeah. Still Rolodexing through my head of who else. I know I'm missing all kinds of names that I could shout out in the comments, but yeah. Anyway, as I stare out the window and totally zone out on you, it's Monday morning. Still, if nothing else, we still have a little bit of Monday that happens in our life. Yeah. Well, I hope you have an incredible start to your week, my friends. If you get a chance, if you didn't shout out somebody in the comments, maybe you felt like you wanted to keep, or they wouldn't have appreciated a public shout out. I mean, there's that. Please just take a minute, even if you want to do it right now, if you're able. I just want you to close your eyes for a sec. And I want you to picture that person, and I want you to send them, think of, like we were talking about with Tom on Friday. Think about if you remember the cartoon Care Bears, right? And it was the Care Bear stare, and they would shut their eyes and they would hold hands, and their love, whatever it was, would shoot out of their chubby little bear bellies. And that was the power. That was the power that the Care Bears possessed. And who knew this many years later that would be a pinnacle visual moment for me to use. But I want you to think about that person. I want you to picture their face. I want you to say their name out loud to yourself. And I want you to, in a Care Bear stare kind of way, I want you to send them that powerful, positive feeling today. Okay? I want you to just be so grateful that person is still with us and still doing awesome. And then if you want, take a moment and think about somebody that you know is in a battle right now, because we all know somebody who cancer is knocking at their door, or they've arrived and they think they're going to stay for dinner, and we're going to kick them out before the main course. And we want to take a moment and send some love and strength to those who are currently fighting that battle. And know that you are loved so much if you are in that battle. And then you can take a moment and just honor those that have passed, those who had to succumb to that battle, those whose time it was, and we cannot understand it, and we don't know why. And in some moments, we feel like it is so unfair that some get to and some don't. And friends, just know we are not built. We do not have the capacity to understand that. So don't try, because you're just going to make yourself go crazy. Don't try. Just honor the memory of those loved ones. Yes, Chrissy. Cheryl, how did I forget about Chrissy? Let's send a shout out to her today too. Friends, there's lots there's lots of incredible survivors, and we're going to honor that today. We're going to send them some love. So post their names in the comments and let's celebrate National Cancer Survivors Day and all the elements that go with it that we just discussed. I hope you have an amazing start to your week this week. I'm sending you a Care Bear stare and a big old cheers with a cup of coffee, and I will see you back here tomorrow morning. I have yet to figure out if we are doing Taco Tuesday or TikTok Tuesday tomorrow, but something will happen, and I can't wait to see you back here at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Have an incredible day. Love you lots, and we'll see you tomorrow.